Hi, Bob Paskins here, sales consultant and creator of the Growth Matrix, where we elevate salespeople and sales processes to achieve desired growth. Today we are going to discuss 5 suggestions to create a good sales process. This can be found in the development component of the Growth Matrix. I met with a client named Kevin, who confided in me that he was struggling. His business had grown nicely over the past few years, but he was not enjoying the fruits of his company's success. Rather, with additional clients, employees, and responsibilities, he was actually doing more work than when he started out. 40-hour weeks grew to 60 and sometimes even 80 hours. His kids were older and were missing spending time with their dad. Kevin was feeling bad because he was breaking his promises of hanging out with his kids to fulfill his workload. On top of that, he couldn't remember the last time he went on a family vacation. Well, at least one that he enjoyed without being glued to his phone. The truth is, Kevin is not alone. You probably know a Kevin. Shoot, you might even be a Kevin. I asked Kevin if he was in position to get additional help. Kevin noted that he tried to do that. However, he found that it just didn't work. He said that the additional manager he hired did not know the business as well as he did and could not do the job that needed to be done. Kevin found that with the new manager, he needed to manage the manager. So in essence, he was doing their job along with his responsibilities. So after 3 months, as well as redoing some of the work, he had to let the manager go and found himself stuck in the same position. When it came to company processes, since Kevin had managed the company since its inception, he did not have a written game plan that he could share with his managerial staff. What Kevin needed to do was to implement a good sales process and then teach the process to his staff. Because the truth is, good sales companies have good sales processes. An effective sales process begins and builds a framework allowing the business to grow. Here are 5 suggestions for creating a proper sales process. Number 1, write them down. You've got to move it out of your head and onto a piece of paper or a computer file. Your new managers are not mind readers. They don't know the business like you do, but they can learn through a sales process. Do it in a step-by-step manner from the initial activity until the sales process is completed. Number 2, the sales process needs to be easily teachable to your management team. And take note here, probably teachable more than once. So make it easy to teach. The ultimate goal here is to transfer the workload off of your plate and to your managers. Similar to the Chinese proverb, if you give a person a fish, you feed them for a day. If you teach a person to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. Make your sales process teachable. Number 3, keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate the issue. Overcomplicating sales processes typically means that you never actually complete the process because there's always more situations to consider. A good rule of thumb is this: focus on a process that can encompass 80% of the workload, knowing that the remaining 20% is either an outlier or it typically follows one client or situation. Oh, and beware of acronyms. Too many business acronyms are sales process killers. Consider this example. Once we have the UMD, we transfer the MPF to MSG and create it so we can put it in the CRM and the CPU to generate the MPR. Oh, and get it done ASAP. Does that sound familiar to you? Keep your process simple. Number 4, keep it in one source or place. I don't know about you, but I've worked with managers or owners who walk me through their sales process only to hit a roadblock where they have to pull out another 3-ring binder or reference another sales procedure. This could lead to a 3rd or even a 4th source. In fact, one of the companies I worked with, when we completed their sales process, the person had pulled out 3 different computer files and 4 binders. One source your sales process. Number 5, execute the process for at least 12 months. I've worked with companies that created the process and then scrapped it after 3 months, only to recreate new programs and retrain the staff. This leads to one exhausted team. Sales processes take a minimum of 10 months to determine their effectiveness. Give them time. So here's a sales tip. Create written, simple processes which can be found in one location and are easily teachable to the staff. And then entrust your managers with that for a minimum of 12 months. Doing that, you'll be able to create a game plan to help you and your sales team. Remember, good sales companies have good sales processes. If you or your company would like help developing your sales processes, more information on my consulting services, or would like a free 30-minute consultation, reach out to me through my website at bobpaskins.com. Thanks for watching.